like 2 whole weeks for my new leggings. Yes, they're finally
Emily!
here.
Oh my god! Do you know what one pair of leggings does to the environment?
It doesn't do anything. It's not like I'm throwing plastic in the ocean.
That's exactly what you're doing, you fish murderer!
Love the beach. At the rate of destruction mankind is causing on Mother Nature, you won't love it for long. Did you know 52% of fabric on Earth is made of synthetic fibers? These fibers wreak havoc on our oceans daily. The microfibers come from a wide variety of fabric like polyester and spandex. These fabrics, which make everything from socks to pants, are full of microfibers that pollute our world. You see, this substance does not decompose like natural products, and because these microfibers are so small, they can easily bypass water filtration facilities and move on to destroy the ocean and marine life. We must stop the destruction now before it completely ruins the environment we know and love. Have you ever noticed by washing synthetic clothing makes it lose its shape? That happens because every single time you wash a piece of synthetic clothing, it loses around 1,900 plastic microfibers. But where do these tiny filaments go? They are the responsibility for 85% of shoreline pollution across the globe. But they do not just pollute our beaches, they also affect marine life as well.
Is this why you were calling me a fish murderer?
Exactly.
I knew it was such a problem.
In the North Pacific alone, between 12,000 and 24,000 tons of plastic will end up being ingested by marine species every year. Worldwide, about 100,000 animals will unintentionally consume plastic. According to ecologist Mark Brown, around 1/3 of the food we eat is contaminated by these tiny particles.
And when I eat fish, I'm eating plastic too.
Now you're getting the idea. The threat from microfibers is amplified by the fact that when they are released into the waters, they absorb toxins around them. Then these moved into the bodies of larger animals, and they release the toxins, moving up the food chain, which basically means you're eating slightly toxic fish.
That's pretty gross. Now comes for me washing my laundry?
Yes, your synthetic clothing.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Yeah. The simplest way you can help is by putting your wash cycle on the lightest setting for the shortest amount of time. That means when you wear something once and just throw it in the hamper to be washed, you're causing the problem. But don't worry, you fish murderer. The Guppy Friend is the first device that's aimed to prevent microfiber pollution. It is a direct and cheap solution, and researchers confirmed that it prevents 90 to 95% of fibers from getting into the ocean.
Lit, dude.
But don't expect buying this to solve all your problems. You need to stop buying those cheap, fast fashion articles of clothing like you do.
Ow, okay, I get it, gosh. But it's not only my problem. The school has to wash so many uniforms for like the cheerleaders and the football players. Aren't some of those synthetic too?
You're right, that clothing is synthetic, but there are multiple solutions, such as what the band does by dry cleaning their clothing instead of throwing it in the washer. The band uniforms aren't even synthetic, they're made out of wool. The school should fill up their washing machines. Consider switching to a liquid laundry soap, or use a colder wash setting. All these things can help decrease the issue.
These all sound like great ideas, but I feel like most of the problem is out there in the world.
You're right, there are a ton of things we can do as a society. Our society should look into waterless washing machines, which are developed by Colorado-based Tersis Solutions. Tersis has developed a completely waterless washing machine in which textiles are washed in pressurized carbon dioxide.
Sounds nerdy.
It is, but at least it's saving our planet, unlike somebody. Options are to throw away the lint in the trash. We also need to upgrade water treatment facilities, which would trap the majority of plastic. A major improvement would be to buy clothes made of natural fibers such as cotton, linen, and wool. Natural fibers will eventually break down in the environment. Plastic fibers will never go away.
If we have so many solutions, then why is this still a problem?
I think people are more concerned about macroplastics like beach litter instead of micro ones like the ones in our stomachs. It's 2017, and we still have a lot to do before making major improvements. However, we are making small steps that will lead to considerable change in the amount of microfibers in the oceans. The more that people become aware of this threat, the better the world will be.